Hi Samurais and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we will be creating this dark Valentine's makeup look that you see today. I do appreciate all of your kind words during this really hard time. My husband and I did lose our oldest cat, Abby. She was 17 years old and she was my little princess and I miss her dearly. So thank you all so much for your kind words and your thoughts and prayers during this really hard time for the both of us. This is the second Valentine's Day look that I had planned for you guys. I do have one more up my sleeve that will be uploaded on Sunday. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so that you are notified when that video does go live, as well as when new content is uploaded. I hope you all have a great day, stay safe, and as always, make good choices. For primer, we're going to take the NYX Honey Do Me Up primer to prep our skin. For our foundation, we're going in with the Maybelline Superstay Foundation in the shade 110 Porcelain, and we're going to apply that with our damp beauty blender. Next, for our concealer, we're going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade 12S Fair. Now taking our damp beauty blender, we're going to blend it out. With our concealer being blended out, we're going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Translucent Setting Powder in our damp beauty blender to set our foundation. Alright, we're going to let that set for just a couple of minutes and we'll be right back. Now that the powder has set, we're going to go in with our JH01 brush to dust off the excess powder. Now for our contour, we're going to go in with the Milani Silk Matte Bronzing Powder in the shade 02 Sunkissed. This is my absolute favorite contour powder, or bronzing powder, whatever you want to call it. And to apply this, I'm using the JH07 brush. For blush, I'm going in with the Essence Cosmetics Mosaic blush in the shade The Berry Connection number 40. And I'm going to be applying this with my JH04 angled brush. And I'm just taking that JH07 brush just to go back and make sure it's all blended out really nicely. For highlighter today, I am taking the Jaclyn Cosmetics The Flare Highlighting Palette in the shade Glow Up. And I'm going to be applying this with my Jeffree Star Morphe Fly High brush. Moving on to our brows, we're going to be taking the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Latte to do our eyebrows. Now, like I've said in previous videos, I don't go too crazy with my eyebrows because I do already have a relatively good shape to my eyebrows. This is just more to go in and intensify the color of my brows. Now that our eyebrows are done, we're going to go in with the P.Louise base in Rumor 0.5 to prep our eyelids. Alright, to start our eye look today, the first palette that I'm going to be dipping into is the NikkieTutorials Beauty Bay collaboration. The first color that I am going to be diving into is the shade Mikai, which is this red color right here in the center. And I'm going to be taking a JS11 Morphe brush and packing that onto my lid. Now that we have shade Mikai tapped onto our eyelid, we're going to be going in with the Colourpop Wine and Only palette. And from this palette, we are going to be using the shade Mull It Over. And what we're going to be doing with the Mull It Over shade is we're going to be taking our JH37 blending brush and we're going to diffuse the harsh red line, as well as take this color and darken our inner and outer corners. Taking a clean blending brush that's on the fluffier side, I'm going to take this just to diffuse this Mull It Over shade on the top just a little bit more. Taking that fluffy brush again, just to diffuse this darker red. Now that we have that all blended out, we're going to go back in with the Colourpop Cosmetics Smoke Show palette. And in this palette, we're going to be using the Let's Do It shade. Now, what I'm going to be using for the black shade is the Jeffree Star JS7 angled liner brush. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using this to create a cat eye like normal, as well as in my crease, creating an additional cat eye that goes out towards my eyebrow. For this top part, I'm going to use the Jeffree Star JS14 thin brush. This is more of a detail brush. It's going to be easier for me to apply that than the liner brush. And to blend this out lightly, I'm taking the JS13 brush. I'm going to go back in with the shade Mikai just to clean up in between the two black lines. Now that the main eye look is done, we're going to go back in with the Colourpop Cosmetics Smoke Show palette. In this palette, I will be using the shade Starstruck, and using my Morphe M421 brush, I will be applying this to my inner corner. Taking what's left of the mullet over shade, I'm going to drag this down into my lower lash line just to smoke that out just a bit. Then taking Mikai, we're going to go back in and blend it out just a little bit more. Now that our eye look is done, we're going to go back in and curl our eyelashes. Now that our lashes are curled, we're going to go in with the Essence Lash Booster Primer. Now that that's applied, we're going to go in with our Buxom Cosmetics Blackest Black Mascara. For lip liner, we're going to go in with the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Unicorn Blood Lip Liner. And then for lipstick, we're going to go in with the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick and Unicorn Blood as well. For setting spray, we're going to be using the Milk Hydro Grip setting spray. And then taking a fan, we're going to dry it down. And this is the completed dark Valentine's Day look.